Islam Moors, this is your brother Noble. Riel coming to holler at you. Oh man, on this beautiful evening. Just, got kind of aggravated earlier today because, I'm dealing with these silly ass brothers who be silly, man. They be silly. But we're getting ready to put in some work. All of a sudden, I don't want to show up. Anyway, we're going to do it this way. Anyway, this is GS Noble.
I ain't got to tell you about it.
But it won't let you show the live chats or whatever. But I was in the chat going in because the problem I got is this.
If you go to their website, you lost nationality. He say lying is an option. Well, not only am I fasting, state records of South Carolina. A petition was presented to the House from sundry free Moors, subjects of the Emperor in Morocco. They Moor subjects, Godfather, whatever he is to them. And now they done added Rise of the Moors. This is the part I want. In fact, the Moorish Science of America issued a statement in July 2011 condemning sovereignties and practices and denying social radical or subversive Moorish sovereign groups. And we're going to click on this statement. Bam. So this is who we talking about. The Moorish Science Temple of America, Inc. Noble Drew Ali was the founder. Brother R. Jones Bey, the Grand Sheik. Press secretary is Azim Hawkins Bey.
Okay. Now, peace and love. The whole point I'm doing this video is because we got two Moors. All right. Him and Rami coming with that bullshit. All right. Now, first of all, what I don't understand is this. How are you going to say that you wasn't fucking with Taj when you said it in your own video when you got out that you were fucking with Taj? That's how you got turned on to the Moor science, through Taj. Now, every OG who been nationalized, let's say since 05, 04, know good and damn well that Taj been putting out this information before YouTube, when he was putting it out on VCR tapes and DVDs. You remember, The Matrix, The Missing Link? Taj put that shit out, bringing that fire, breaking down that shit with the rest of the Europeans. Do you feel me? Now, you cannot sit here and say that because you got court cases dismissed and you went through the courthouse and you did your name change and all this beautiful shit that you won and dial. Like, you the only one. Now, I give you props. You break down the Holy Quran beautifully. Yeah, Taj do not teach on that. Real talk, he does not. But who really does? Because it's a divine movement, right? And creed, meaning that you're going to meet Moors who believe in who they believe in. Everybody ain't going to believe in Muhammad, right? That's why on the back of the nationality card, it said we give honors to all prophets: Jesus, Muhammad, Confucius, all them. Do you understand that you're not the only one who went against the beast, bruh? That's what you don't get. You act like you're the only one who been kidnapped. You act like you're the only one who been to court and got cases dismissed and all. Bruh, you done had thousands of brothers and sisters go before the fucking beast before you got here. You just got here, bruh. No disrespect. It's just the point. You just got here. Now, you want to act like I'm crazy for what I'm saying. And I'm saying, hey, bro, I give Taj props. I don't worship Taj or anybody. I worship myself and I worship Allah and me for giving me the strength and the common sense not to go out here and do crazy shit that I know that nobody gonna come and rescue me. Who you think rescued me when I got kidnapped? My daddy came and rescued me when I got kidnapped. You know what he told me? He said, it wasn't the Moors who came and got you out. It was me. And this will be the last time I get you out. So you know what that did? That put a fire up under my ass, where I studied my ass off to what? Learn the rules. If I can be a referee and not a player. If I can know who's real and who's not when it comes to this more science. And I realized this. If you gonna think that Rami is your cheerleader when Rami has never dealt with the policy pushers. We're talking about a limo driver, right? That was up under Todd's coattail. And the only reason he acting the way he acting is because he got mad because Jamal blew up and he did not. Believe me, bro, I'm an empath. I promise you, he is so mad at Jamal. That's how they fell out. He was so mad at Jamal. Before Jamal got kidnapped. And when he got kidnapped, he was happy. Because now he felt like, oh, I got my competition out the way. It's going to be me. Then you come along. And he realized you competition, but he don't want to go against you. He want to be your cheerleader. Believe me. That's how dirty ass Moors do. But it's all good. But I'm here to tell you that one of your homies in the comments said, where did Prophet Noble Drew Ali say enforce the Constitution? Right? Because you got so many Moors that won't study, and they're going to run their mouth because they don't study, and they want to follow you without studying. Now, you tell me what the divine warning said for the nation from Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
People. Go to those that know law in the city hall and among the officials in your government and ask them under an intelligent tone, and they will be glad to render you a favorable reply. For they are glad to see me bring you out of darkness into light. Money doesn't make the man. It is free.
Now, he just said, go to people who know law in an intelligent tone, right? He ain't lying. Because when I used to go to the courthouse, the clerk, the assistant clerk, We was going to do adult adoption and shit. This shit was years ago. She pulled me to the side. She said, "We don't work for the court. Have we work for the administrators of court." She was breaking down the science to me and letting me know that our children still are wards of the state because they had not been adopted. She let me know that even though we have birth certificates on our children, they're still not adopted. Because see, when you signed the birth certificate, what did you do? You signed it. It's you're registering your property with the state, meaning you done gave your property to the states, right? So you got to come back and adopt your children for them to be your children. Now, this is a Caucasian woman breaking this shit down. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate the knowledge. You feel me? So this is for all y'all non-reading Moors who not active at all, want to sit behind YouTube and listen to these Moors who think that they know every damn thing and think they're the only one who got testimony on going to court and getting cases dismissed and act like Allah's the only one walking with them. Okay? Now, let's continue. And our rights reserved under the Fair Act. Shout out to the Moorish American 720. I'm using your video for example. Peace and love.
National standards and power that makes a man and a nation. The wealth of all national governments, gold and silver and commerce, belong to the citizens alone. And without your national citizenship, by name and principles, help me to save my people who have fallen from the constitutional laws of government. I am depending on your support to get them back to the constitutional fold again.
Back to the Constitution fold again. Now, if you listen to Rami, when you listen to Rami tell you that you're a sovereign citizen if you enforce the Constitution, but Prophet Noble Drew Ali just sat here and told you to what? Enforce the Constitution, correct? All right. Continue. I wish this damn thing would
They will learn
pop
to
off,
love
but it won't.
faith, and will live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, supporting our free national constitution of the United States of America. I love my people, and I desire their unity and mine back to their own national and divine standard, because day by day, they have been violating the national and constitutional laws of their government by claiming names and principles that are unconstitutional. If Italians, Greeks, English, Chinese
are saying that it's unconstitutional, right? So Prophet saying, hey, you need to proclaim your nationality for you can be whole again. You feel me? Be like your forefathers were. Moors, be whole, not 3/5, not Negro, black, and color, none of that silly mess. You feel me? But like I said, we're going back to the limo driver. You feel me? And his co-driver sitting there trying to teach this fear. Oh, you're on the on the terrorist list and all this crazy mess. But let me ask you a question: was Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the terrorist list? Was Malcolm X? Marcus Garvey? I'm pretty sure that the Nation of Islam has to be on the terrorist list. Has to be. You know why? Because anybody who's telling you to enforce the Constitution and be yourself, they're going to do what? Come with the fear. We're going to put a fear out there. The Moors are sovereign citizens. Well, the Moors wasn't sovereign citizens 15 years ago. When I came into this, they wasn't calling us sovereign citizens. Um, all of a sudden, we're sovereign citizens because they want to slow down what? So-called black people, Negroes, coloreds, and African Americans from what? Proclaiming their nationality, correct? All right. Now let's keep it moving. Now use your common sense. All you gotta do is go into history. How did they do the Black Panthers? How did they do the Black Lives Matter movement? Right? This, this really just use your common sense. It ain't hard. Now, you have people that's so-called Nazi, prejudice, racist, whatever you believe in crayons, correct? Or like the elder told me a couple days ago, you got white supremacy. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to speak on the truth and all this stuff. So when you start speaking on the truth, all of a sudden that you a terrorist. How am I going to be a terrorist in my own land? I don't have a military. Hmm. I don't have a militia. Hmm. You already kidnapped the Moors who was the beginning of the militia, cause you wanted to put fear in people's heart and Moors to make the movement stagnant, slow it down. Which Allah's the greatest planner. You ain't did nothing, but gonna speed it up cause people are waking up every day to this foolishness, to this crayon shit. When the Bible tells you when you become a man, you put your childish things away, including crayons, and labeling yourself a fucking crayon. Let's just keep it moving. Islam, Islam.
These Japanese, Turks, and Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional government of the United States of America.
Hold on. He said Italians, Greeks, England, Chinese, Japanese, Turks, Arabics are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the Constitution government of the United States of America. Hot damn. Hot damn, right? Hot damn. Now, that's just kind of crazy, right? Ain't that kind of crazy? There go that Constitution word again. That's that Constitution word again.
It is no more than right that the law should be enforced upon all other American citizens alike. In all other governments, when a man is born and raised there and asks for his national descent name, and if he fails to give it, he is misused, imprisoned, or exiled. And any group of people that fail to answer up to the constitutional standards of law, like
there go the Constitution standards of law by name and principles. Wow. But you just told me I'm a sovereign citizen if I enforce the Constitution. Now you tell me if that's your brother, or do we got an episode of people betraying to be Moors, but behind the scenes, they just might be working for the other side. Islam, let's keep it moving.
Name and principles, because to be a citizen of any government, you must claim your national descent name, because they place their trust upon issue and names formed by their forefathers. The word Negro alludes in the Latin language to the word nigger, the same as the word colored alludes to anything that is painted, varnished, and dyed. And every nation must bear a national descent name of their forefathers, because honoring thy fathers and thy mothers, your days will be lengthened upon this earth. These names have never been recognized by any true American citizens of this day. Through your free national name, you are known and recognized by all nations of the earth that are recognized by said national government in which they live. The 14th and 15th Amendments brought the North and South in unit, placing the Southerners, who were at that time without power, with the constitutional body of power. And at that time, 1865, the free national constitution law that was in force since 1774 declared all men equal and free. And if all men are declared by the free national constitution to be free and equal, Since that Constitution has never been changed, there is no need for the application of the 14th and
Hold on. There go that word Constitution again. That the Constitution has never been changed. So, if a judge takes the oath to the Constitution to uphold everything within the Constitution, right? Treaties and all this beautiful stuff, why would I not enforce the Constitution? When that's my job as a true citizen, right? Because I'm not 3/5 human no more. I'm not Negro, black, and colored no more, right? So that takes me out of the 14th and 15th Amendment, correct? Because them are not the original amendments of the original Constitution, correct? Because the United States is a corporation doing business as Morocco, correct? But you're telling me that I don't supposed to enforce the Constitution because I'm gonna be a sovereign citizen. Which I got a Black Law Dictionary. I'm gonna play this Islam. I'm gonna go get my Black Law Dictionary and see if I can find the word sovereign citizen.
15th Amendments for the salvation of our people and citizens. So, there isn't but one supreme issue for my people to use to redeem that which was lost, and that is through the above statement. The lion and the lamb can lie down together in yonder hills, and neither will be harmed, because love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice will be reigning in this land. In those days, the United States will be one of the greatest civilized and prosperous governments of the world. But if the above principles are not carried out by the citizens and my people in this government, the worst is yet to come. Because
now, Islam, he just said that the United States can be the greatest of all time if they would just keep it 100, right? If they would just come out and say, "Hey, man, we fucked up, we got greedy, and we want it all." You see what I'm saying? If they just would have kept it 100 and said, "Hey, we got greedy, and we wanted it all," and yeah, we had a contract with your ancestors and shit, but the 25 million you gave me, I went and recruited back up, right? Because he only had a 50-year mandate to do business on our land. It wasn't about them winning a war. They created a war themselves among us, right? Because if you go back into history, they poisoned the water, right, to kill us off. They had machine guns. We didn't have machine guns. Okay. Now you have to really use your common sense here, Moors. That's why I said you're gonna sit here and follow Moors that's telling you not to do what Prophet Noble Drew Ali told you to do when it's a divine warning by Prophet for the nation from Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Divine warning, telling you to enforce the Constitution, right? Right? Okay, okay. But when you listen to these other guys, the limo guys, they don't want you to enforce the Constitution because you'll be so-called a sovereign citizen. Correct? Okay. Let's let it play on.
the great God of the universe is not pleased with the works that are.
Y'all have to understand. For some reason, people don't want me to do my job. So they blocking me on all my videos. This is not my first video of breaking down what the hell Romsey and fucking GS Nova is doing. Okay, the last video I went in, it was 2 hours long. They wouldn't let me post the shit. Okay, I don't know what it is, but them alphabet boys or whatever, they hating. I don't give a fuck because Prophet Noble Drew Ali and Allah and my ancestors with me all day, every day. They is my militia. You feel me? So it is what it is. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm called to do, and that's wake up my tribe. my bloodline, and break these curses off us. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna share what I'm doing with my brothers and sisters out there in the world to let you know that we're not gonna sit here and let people smear other Moors when Act 3 tell us not to do these things. That's why he gave us a constitution and bylaws to abide by them rules. You feel me? And when you don't want to abide by them rules, what did he tell you? Take your what? Turban, fez, and button in your nationality card and turn it back in and take your ass back to the Negro state. So don't use that. That's what GS Noble was trying to say earlier today, um, against me when I'm sitting here upholding the law. And I'm doing exactly what the prophet told me to do. That's why I'm still here. And that's why every time my cases got dismissed, because I was standing on my square and I was talking straight to the judge. I acted like the DA wasn't there because she was not there. That's all. I'm not Negro, black, and colored. I don't have no reason to talk to you. Yeah, I got kidnapped and I had to take a goddamn a plea because I was tired. So I took it. Yeah, resisting arrest. Because they seen my fucking record was flawless. Because they wanted to what? Knock me off my square. And it worked for a while. But I'm healed now. So I'm back. I'm here to do my divine job. And that's to be a missionary and help uplift fallen humanity and correct these flaws and people who trying to come with bullshit that doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter who you believe in, because the whole point is that's private. That's none of your business who I pray to. That has nothing to do with anything. The whole point, like I said earlier, excuse me, like Eddie Griffin said, it don't matter if you Muslim or Christian. You believe in Muhammad or Jesus. Nigga, did you get the fucking message? That's the whole point. Did you get the message? Because if you believe in Muhammad and all this beautiful stuff, or you believe in Jesus and all this beautiful stuff, then you know good and damn well love is the first principle. And neither one of y'all showing any love. You laughing and shit. The brother kidnapped. Oh, I don't give a fuck. He kidnapped and all that bad boy stuff. Nobody got time for that bullshit. We tired of all that. Because we already know what bad boy stuff gonna get you. Back in the hole again. That's it. Regardless, if you think you're divine and you think you untouchable, that is not the case. When you go against what prophet said, you already know what's going to happen. So we're going to get back to the video. The whole point that I stopped the video was the whole divine warning talking about uphold the Constitution, enforce the Constitution. For you can what? Have salvation. For them to be what? Held to their oath. But no, you don't want me to hold them to the oath. You want me to go back and be Negro, black, and color and be scared all over again, correct? Okay, we got it. So if you see America, they didn't do, well, the corporation didn't do what the prophet said do. So now you look at our brothers and sisters, what they doing? Killing each other, robbing and stealing, smashing each other's baby mamas, all this disrespectful shit. You feel me? That's the whole point. We supposed to be solving these problems, not creating more problems. But you got all this knowledge and all this beautiful shit, calling yourself an alien and all this beautiful shit. Where did you get that knowledge from? You didn't read it. Who turned you on to it? The brother in Oregon, right? Exactly. The brother in Oregon turned you on to that knowledge, correct? That's where you get all this alien beautiful stuff from, correct? I'm an alien. I'm a friend of my enemy. Hell yeah. If we enforce the Constitution, guess what? We friends too. Cause we not sitting here letting people dictate us, enslave us, because they got guns and they got a fucking POW camp and all that beautiful shit. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna still walk in faith. We're still gonna walk on that line that Prophet Noble Drew Ali told us to walk on. Because everything you talking about, a sign can do that shit. if you want to say you a leader and all this shit, well, where can I go get some knowledge from? Because I ain't seen you do no website with a quarter of the stuff the RV Bay Publications got on there, or nothing. And I told you I agree with you on some things. I don't agree with everything Todd said. I don't. Because the whole point is Todd say a lot of beautiful stuff. But the whole point is Todd tell you straight up you gonna get kidnapped, nigga. You already know that. And he ain't coming to save your ass. Cause shit, he don't have the power to. Doesn't matter, he called himself a mere not. It's just a title. That's all it is. That's just my opinion. So let's move on.
Being performed in North America by my people, and this great sin must be removed from the land to save it from enormous earthquakes, disease, etc. And I, the prophet, do hereby believe that this administration of the government, being more wisely prepared by more genius citizens that believe in their free national constitution and laws, and through the help of such classes of citizens, I, the prophet, truly believe that my people will find the true and divine way of their forefathers and learn to stop serving carnal customs and merely ideas of man that have never done them any good, but have always harmed them.
Did you get the last part? Hadn't did them any good. These men and these carnal ways and all this beautiful stuff. That's why you have to study. You feel me? That's why you have to study, brothers and sisters. You can't sit here and listen to me, Taj, GS Noble, Rami, or Cujo, or whoever. You have to study for yourself because you got to show yourself self-approval. The beautiful thing is when you get to watch these brothers, you can say, oh, I can relate to that. I read about it. That's what it's all about. We want to go on your page, on your channel, and we want to learn something. We don't want to hear you crying about other people. That's the problem here. You crying. That's all you doing is crying. What are you crying for? Because you ain't going to knock him out the box. You don't have enough ammunition to do it. That makes no sense. You don't have enough ammunition to do it. Regardless if you want to say he a fraud, he getting people locked up. No, people getting locked up, brothers and sisters getting locked up because they ain't using their damn common sense. And when you know the law and know the rules, guess what? You're going to have common sense and you ain't going to put yourself in a position to get kidnapped. Because you, what? Using your common sense. You're going to follow your intuition. You're not going to sit there and put yourself in harm's way. Correct? Correct.
So I, the prophet, am hereby calling out with a divine plea to all true American citizens to help me to remove this great sin which has been committed and is being practiced by my people in the United States of America, because they know it is not the true and divine way, and without understanding they have fallen from the true light into utter darkness of sin. And there is not a nation on earth today that will recognize them socially, religiously, politically, or economically, etc. In their present condition of their endeavorment, in which they themselves try to force upon a civilized world, they will not refrain from their sinful ways of action, and their deeds have brought them Jim Crowism, segregation, and everything that brings harm to human beings on earth.
Sovereign.
And they fought the Southerner for all these great misuses. But I have traveled in the South and have examined conditions there, and it is the works of my people continuously practicing the things which bring dishonor, disgrace, and disrespect to any nation that lives a life. And I am hereby calling on all true American citizens for moral support and finance to help me in my great missionary work to bring my people out of darkness into marvelous light.
Islam, I'm coming. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on for a minute. Cause people, you know, they like facts and shit. So here we go. Let's do the facts. Let's do the facts. Boom. Had to bring out, you know, the Black Law Dictionary. Bouvier Law Dictionary. Yeah, classic. Right? Sovereign. Let's go to sovereign, right? Sovereign. 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 Okay. You see, I know I need more light, but we got you. We got you. I got you. Sovereign. Sovereign. There goes sovereign. Now, what do sovereign say? Sovereign. Sovereign. Sovereign immunity. Sovereign nation. Right? Sovereign nation. Now we're looking for sovereign citizen. Where is this sovereign citizen mess at? That was created? Color law. Sovereign powers, sovereign people. Sovereign right, sovereign state. Please tell me, do you see anything that it says sovereign citizen anywhere in this book? But we do see special agent. What does that say? To act in a particular transaction. Could these Moors that I'm speaking of be a special agent? All right. Well, there we go. Special appearance. Special appearance. Objecting to jurisdiction of the courts. Right? Why they ain't teaching this kind of stuff? Wow. Okay. Now, let's go over here. Gave you Brevier. Oh, okay. The Black Law Dictionary with Russian nations. Well, I ain't say that right, but it's all good. 5th edition. You see? Black Law. I gave you 2 law dictionaries. And here we go again. Sovereign. And shine some light on this. Sovereign. Wow. Sovereign. Let's get close. Sovereign, for you can see this. And you can read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. Now, we looking for sovereign citizen here. Where's the sovereign citizen at? Sovereign people. Sovereign powers. We still looking for the sovereign citizen now. Sovereign state. Sovereign state. Let's really get into that definition. That sovereign state definition. What do you see? Let me know in the comments, what do you see? Let's look at it real good. I'm just keeping it 100. Sovereignty. And that's a long definition. It's a long definition. Where is the sovereign citizen at? Sovereign citizen start with a C, right? Wouldn't that be right up under sovereign? But we got sovereign immunity. We don't have sovereign citizen. So, on that note, where you get this foolishness where I don't supposed to uphold the Constitution and I'm a sovereign citizen? Well, that's the 5th edition, and it doesn't have a definition, no sovereign citizen in that. That's facts, right? You like facts. I'm giving you the facts now. I just gave you the facts dealing with the divine warning by the prophet for the nations, right? To enforce the what? The Constitution. Proclaim your nationality. Why? For you wouldn't be 3/5 inhuman, and you could be like your forefathers and foremothers were, whole, right? Yeah. So I'm just rebutting everything these so-called brothers who say they love you and all these beautiful things, and they're aliens to what the prophet brought, right? We're different. How are you different? Well, couldn't Todd say the same thing? He different, right? Why he can't say the same thing you saying? He gonna say he ain't with y'all Moors either. But do you see sovereign citizen? I don't. I don't see it. I'm still looking. You see it? Now, this is the Black Law Dictionary, right? This is what the attorneys and the judges work out of. I got 2 of them. Right? Where is sovereign citizen? Sovereign citizen is supposed to be right there. Where is it? That these Moors are telling you to be scared to be yourself. There you go. Definition of sovereign citizen in there. It ain't one in there. Definition of sovereign citizen. It ain't in there. 5th edition. Ain't in there. So what are these brothers talking about again? I'm still trying to figure this shit out. But you telling me you with the prophet. But you telling me you roll with the prophet though. All right.
Missionaries, and they were all here.
Let's go over here.
But it happened so long ago, there's just so little of it left.
Now, this is the same brother they talking junk about, but they were sitting there kicking it with him. Yeah, they were sitting there kicking it with him, but this is the same elder they talking about. Taj, now, same one they talking smash about, but they didn't know nothing about no more science if it wasn't for Taj. Then all of a sudden, I'm gonna go against my master. I'm the student. I done learned a new move that he don't know about. I'm the new Bruce Lee of this shit. Okay.
Are you clear? This is a part of history that we're not allowed to know. And
why we ain't allowed to know, Peter?
To teach people this. Now, Rebuttal Ali, Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, established the Moorish Divine and National Movement in North America, really around 1911, 1912, and officially active 1913. A lot of preliminary work was going on before the movement was initially, or what you call officially, established. So whereas people look at it as the movement starting in 1913, that's the official date of what you say official activity. But the business was going on for quite some time. The history of Noble Drelly was that he was at a Pan-American conference in Havana, Cuba, where...
Now, Peter Moon just said he was at the conference now. He was at the conference. This is where he got the allotted title to the land. But we got beat, though. We got beat. Okay, if we got beat, why he say this out his mouth? If we got beat, why did he say this out his mouth?
All of the dignitaries, state diplomats from all countries of the world, particularly Pan-American countries, gathered to, and he was shown a mandate, which basically showed that the America was the rightful possession of the Moors.
Hold on. They showed a mandate that's showing that America was rightfully owned to who? Didn't he say the Moors? Hold on. But we lost though. We lost though. We got our ass whooped though, right? Okay. But he got the allodial title to the land. And this is why they didn't want the information out. Do you wonder why? Did they didn't want that information out? Okay, let's go back to Peter Moon. We're gonna rewind this.
And this mandate was so the state diplomats from all countries of the world, particularly Pan-American countries, gathered to, and he was shown a mandate, which basically showed that the America was the rightful possession of the Moors. And this mandate was so powerful, and I believe it was showed to him by the Secretary of State, or the Secretary of State of America saw it. But after this conference in 1928, all of the European countries pulled their money out of America because they saw that America was risky, because the true corporate shenanigans of the entire country were being, and the sovereignty of America as it stood was being threatened by the presence of Noble Drew Ali and this mandate.
Oh, whoa. Threatened by the presence of Noble Drew Ali. And what year did Noble Drew Ali pass? Wasn't it 1928? Didn't he create a nation state in 1928? For who? Us? Right? But, okay. Now, right, he was a threat, right? Okay. Because somebody done hoodwinked us, right? And they didn't want this information out, right? Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to wind it. I just need y'all to hear this one more time.
True corporate shenanigans of the entire country were being, and the sovereignty of America as it stood was being threatened by the presence of Noble Drew Ali and this mandate. Fact is, that part of history is not taught to separate you from your authority, your self-authority, the empire of the world, and particularly the Moroccan empire in which you're standing right now. How come you ain't getting this in school? Because they don't.
Now, you see, Todd, see, I hate this shit right here, man. It's foolishness. They doing it on purpose. But this clip right here, this is when Taj was in Oakland, and this is when Ramsey, whatever, as he posted had hosted this. He was there at this event. But this is the same one talking mad shit about Taj, but he was hanging on to Taj's hand and coattail. I'm telling you, bro, this dude is a limo driver. He ain't put in no work. He don't got no flag. He ain't about that life. He ain't about that life. He ain't about that life. Do you hear me? You remember that song with what's my boy's name? Swiss Beats now. Who's real and who's not? That's the shit that you need to be pumping in your car right now. Who's real and who's not? I promise you right now, that dude is not real. I don't know who the hell gave him Grand Sheet. Cujo and them, they were fucking up. Cujo, y'all fucked up. I'm just giving you that right there. Y'all fucked up. You gave somebody a title who ain't never put in no fucking work, bro. Anyway, but right here, you see Taj right here chilling, breaking down this science. Ramsey ass somewhere in that crowd because his ass hosted this event in Oakland.
I want you to know that you're standing on Morocco, that the land is Morocco, the occupational government is the United States. distinguished from the land. It's a foreign religious corporation belonging to the Jesuits. You're under occupation.
Now, that's why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Because, see, I've been in this shit for years. I done seen them come and I seen them go and every damn thing. This is what I'm telling you. You cannot sit here and be clapping for Moors that clearly showing you they're not what the prophet said. Regardless, Taj is not teaching out the Holy Quran of Mecca. I mean, the Holy Quran of Mecca, correct. He ain't talking about religion, correct. All that. But he bringing you facts, though. He bringing you history facts that neither one of y'all cats have ever did on your shit. Out of all your hundreds of videos you have made, you have not brought facts. You haven't went back in the history of nothing. All you talk about is the Sun Dry Moore Act, and talk about Taj. That's all you talk about. And sovereign citizen, which that ain't even real. That's an oxymoron. That's no different than call me a African American or Negro, black, and colored. That's an oxymoron. I just showed you in the Black Law Dictionary. Just showed you in the Black Law Dictionary. It ain't in there. It ain't in there. It be right there under sovereign. C come before I. So sovereign citizen would be right there. Right? Thank you. Now, you like facts? I just gave you facts. So stop with the bullshit. Let's continue.
The first nation in the world to recognize the United States of America 237 years ago.
Barack Obama said the same shit.
So I've come here to say thank you.
The first nation to recognize my country was Morocco. In signing the treaty,
This treaty specifically deals with Moors. The question that may arise, how do we know that where the treaty says Moors, the so-called black people of the time is being referred to? The Moors were considered citizens or part of the we the people who ratified the Constitution. It says, quote, thus an act was passed in Massachusetts on the 6th of March, 1788, forbidding any Negro not a subject of the Empire of Morocco or a citizen of the United States from tarrying in the Commonwealth, unquote.
Oh, see, Daisy. You see what they said? That's why the prophet brought you back to your what? Your nationality. That's why he said I was going to unveil everything that was in the dark. All these secret societies, all this beautiful shit. He revealed it to you. But hey, you got these special agents. You got these they special, baby. They special. That's why they call them special agents, right? To come and what? Ah, shit. Me being over here on the right side, it ain't no fun over here. Because I got too many people in front of me, right? Ain't that what you said? You said Cujo said that they got next. Who cares? Who cares who was next? You feel me? We all got next. You got me? Let's get it.
For this would show that those who referred to as Negroes were actually Moors, and that they were on the same footing or status as citizens. Those who remembered that they were Moors used the Moroccan Treaty of 1787 to secure the rights on the same footing as the state citizens without otherwise being obligated members of their social equality. While those who were brainwashed into believing they were Negroes, descendants of Africans, brought here by Europeans,
said the ones that were brainwashed thinking that they were Negroes and they were brought here from Europeans. Well, why the limo drivers, are they trying to brainwash you? I told you, they special agents. They special. So are they using hypnosis against you to brainwash you to think that you don't supposed to enforce the Constitution? By you enforcing the Constitution, oh, you're going to be a sovereign citizen. You're going to be on the terror watch list, nigga. Do you think you ain't on that list because you want to play this goody two shoes, this Uncle Sam position? You think that you're not being watched? Nah, I believe you being watched too, brother. You ain't special, believe me. You're a special agent, but you ain't special. Well, you ain't being watched. Believe that. It don't matter how much you kiss ass. They still watching your ass.
Were unprotected by the Moroccan Treaty, as well as the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution. The Constitution is their sanction to do business at Morocco. There's that business flag of amity and commerce.
Hold on. What did Todd say? For them to do what?
Believing they were Negroes, descendants of Africans brought here by Europeans, were unprotected by the Moroccan Treaty, as well as the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution. The Constitution is their sanction to do business at Morocco.
There's that business flag of amity and commerce. Now you understand why you have that Moorish flag, and then you have the stars
and stripes. It's a banner. It's not the national flag. This is the national flag.
Doing business at Morocco Empire?
It's your history. You're standing on your own land.
Yeah.
Trying to go to Africa, and you're standing on Africa.
See Daisy. Oops. See Daisy.
The Constitution is their
Obligation. That's not some instrument that,
you know, it's interesting if you all know something about it. And if you don't know, it's not important.
It's an obligation.
Why do you think politicians don't teach Constitution to children in school?
Obligation. Woo, man, that's some powerful shit when you say that shit. So, obligation to the Constitution, meaning they have to uphold the Constitution. So you telling me, because brothers getting kidnapped for enforcing the Constitution, oh, I'm supposed to be scared and I don't supposed to enforce the Constitution because they got kidnapped. When a judge proved, when a brother went to court and got all his tickets thrown out, the judge sat there and told him, because they gave you the ticket doesn't make them right. Yeah. Well, this is going to be a long video.
Because that's the document that gives them the authority to do everything that they're doing. Without the Constitution, there is no government. Once you understand that, you understand where you need to be to protect your Moorish birthright. And the Moorish birthright is to protect the Constitution and to enforce the Constitution.
What?
The abuses that you've been getting is because that document has not been enforced.
What?
It has not been enforced because you ain't been in your proper person.
What?
Y'all been busy being colored people.
What?
You understand where I'm from?
What?
So concept of mind, get out of it. You're not Negro, black, and colored, and you gotta be that, not that, officially.
What?
That's what nationalization process is for. That's why he did it. You understand? These have political ramifications. So it changes your political status in the society for the record. That's number one, because it's documented now. You see what I'm saying?
For the record.
So that gives you a standing at law across the world.
Now, that's why you supposed to go do your status correction at the courthouse or through the Search Kit Administration. It doesn't matter. Whichever one you want to do it with. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know, they change shit as they go. Because they know they out of order. They ain't in honor. They ain't been in honor in a long time. But they done scared the shit out these Moors. These Moors that you call yourself listening to and telling you not to enforce the Constitution. Because they saying you a sovereign citizen, and I just showed you it ain't no such damn thing as a sovereign citizen. I just showed you out the Black's Law Dictionary in two of them, right? Now, we get ready to go to another video where I'm going to show you where the judge said that because they gave you the citation doesn't make them right either. Because he's bound by his Constitution that they're telling you not to enforce. Hot diggity damn. Here we go. Hold on. Let me pause this shit. Now I'm back. Islam. And what they say? Right to travel in court. All charges dismissed. Study Moors. Islam. What? But shout out to the Moors. American 720 boy. Y'all broke it down.
By automobile is not a mere privilege, which a city can prohibit or permit at will, but a common right, which he has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So that was actually ruled in the Supreme Court. And I actually have a few other ones here I wanted to point out. It says here that this is Miller v. U.S. It says if the state converts a liberty into a privilege, the citizen can engage in that right with impunity. So I can just basically say, I don't need a license, regardless of what the police told me. I have a right. Let's say I don't, and I can still engage in this right with impunity. Basically gives me immunity to whatever statute that was created. So that's basically impeding on my right.
Did John Abinader tell you to say this to me?
I don't even know who that is.
I had this argument, and I've had this actual argument on these cases of rights and privilege, by the way, when it does handle the motor vehicle license. Because when the motor vehicle license is charged for in the state of New York, it now becomes a right instead of a privilege. Because people say that you have it's a privilege to drive in New York State. Actually, it's been argued that it is a right to because they charged you for a driver's license.
Wait. Actually, it's not a right. You don't have a right to drive. That is a privilege.
And it's only a privilege because of the legal definition of the word drive. The legal definition of the word drive. See, commonly, everyone thinks you get in the car and you drive. The common definition is you get in the car and you drive. But what the people need to wake up to is there's a totally different definition legally. It's called legalese. And that legal definition of drive is someone who operates a motor vehicle for hire, for business, for commerce. I wasn't doing it for any of those reasons. So therefore, I don't understand why I have to present a driver's license when legally I don't even fit the definition of the term drive or driver. And then in another
problem is Sylvester, you are on the road that's maintained by the towns, counties, and state. Therefore, their opportunity to say to you, if you want to be on my property, you need to have this license.
Oh no, I understand that.
I went through this.
I understand that, and the reason, the reason I understand that, and I agree with you, and that's just like saying because everything is incorporated. This is all corporations. The United States is a corporation. It's been a corporation since 1871. It's been a corporation. This is a business. So I definitely understand. Like if I was charged to do business over this whole landmass, and someone else came over here to do business, you're gonna need a permit from me. You need a license because I do business here. If you want to go to McDonald's and sell Burger King, you got to get McDonald's permission. I understand that. Now, when you say the definition of driver is someone that's operating for business, of course that person is going to need a driver's license or permission to do that because I was already charged to do business in this whole landmass of Turtle Island. And my business is called the United States Corporation, the federal corporation.
You have your incorporation papers with you?
No, I'm not talking about my incorporation. But I do have the incorporated name, Sylvester Collins.
You went last.
Yeah, if you like though, I do have my incorporated entity.
You know, you got the Assistant Attorney General here today
Now, remind you, he didn't say, Sylvester, you're a sovereign citizen. You're coming in my courtroom with this sovereign citizen stuff. And get out my courtroom talking about all that blah, 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 blah stuff that G.S. Noble homeboy was putting in the chat. Blah, 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 because I was kicking them facts. Now I'm sitting here, I'm bringing facts in black and white. You feel me? Anyway, like I said, the judge didn't say, Sylvester, you coming with sovereign citizen stuff, get out my courtroom. He didn't say that. He upheld his Constitution oath. Because he's bound to his Constitution oath. That's why the prophet told us, enforce the Constitution, Moors. So, like I said, you can fall for the banana and tailpipe all you want. When you got special agents out here that's willing to go the distance to try to prove you wrong. Now, Islam.
You know he is here.
Is he here for me?
No, he's not here for you, but you just happen to got the king of the land.
Yeah, but I do have title over my corporation.
Is your argument you don't need a license to operate anything, let alone drive, push, or sway in or out of a
Then the prophet told you.
You have that right without a license.
He's the greatest, boy. The last prophet.
Do you have a car?
Legally, I do.
You do have a car?
Yes. I do.
Okay, what
Oh no, I travel in it, but I don't drive.
You heard? I travel in it. I don't drive. It's the difference.
No, I travel in it.
See? I love it. I love it. Don't you?
No,
I love the truth. I love the truth.
Now, see, from going to point A to point B is actually defined legally as travel.
Ooh.
So that's what I'm telling you. I do. Yeah, I have it all here.
Really?
I've been doing this work for years. So
Yeah.
I wish I knew it when I got these tickets. I wouldn't even be here.
Wouldn't be here.
I didn't know that then.
Yeah.
I know
Wouldn't be
now.
here. Yeah. Look at Prop. Chilling. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that.
He knew what he was doing. He said we were gonna wake up.
I've already seriously. I've written already to the Oneida County Sheriff's Department, Utica Police Department. I've written Cuomo. I've written the Attorney General for the state. I've written to the New York State Department of Motor Vehicle, and all put them on notice of my rights and that I know my rights now. And I didn't know them before, but I know them now, and I don't expect to be harassed in my exercise of them. I'm not starting to get trouble. I don't want any problems. I just want you to know that I know my rights, and I don't expect to be harassed.
And then Prophet Noble Drew Ali say that. Proclaim your nationality and stuff. Cause he said you do that, they all know they can't harass you. But they do it anyway, because it ain't enough of us waking up. I mean, woke enough, united, because we can't be united when we got all these special agents out here keeping us divided. And that's why you have to study, really study, and be a referee if you're going to be in this game. You can't be a player. See, special agents, they have to be a player. They can't be a referee. Because, see, what's his name? Sylvester, something. He a referee right now. The judge loving that shit. And that's why he told you to go to what? Go to your county, talk to what? People who know law in a intelligent tone. Because they'll tell you. Now, listen to what this judge say. Now, he ain't say sovereign citizen at all. But you got these special agents, these Stephen A. Smith Moores. They will tell you otherwise. Yeah, I told you, they special agents. That's what they are. They special. They special. They don't want you to know truth. They special.
So I wouldn't want you to, because you know what? In this court, nobody should be.
Exactly. I mean, no one in the world should be, but I understand that now. And, I understand that I have to put certain authority figures on notice of that just to prevent any problems or lawsuits,
Do you have any money?
I don't.
Do you use money? Money is a vehicle for you to go buy something?
No, because actually, according to Public Law 7310, there is no money. Because the only lawful money for us as the people was gold and silver. So when the corporation went bankrupt and took all the gold from the people, 7310 actually said that because they took the...
And when you get into the history, you realize that Prophet Noble Drew Ali bankrupt their ass. Yeah, they took all the silver and gold away, but they realized with him having that allodial title and this is our land, they don't have right to spend it and use it. Well, then you get into the Anunnaki and the reptilians, and they say that they gave the gold to them. The reptilians. I'm just saying, there's just a lot of science to this, Moors, especially to the new Moors. The OG Moors already know this. The new Moors, this is what I'm sharing with you. This is my testimony. Don't believe the hype, bruh. Don't believe the hype. Because you have special agents out here. They special for a reason. Because they good at what they do. Yes, they good at what they do. They acting. Look up the definition of attorney. They're actors. They're acting. They was never there. But they're acting like they was there. Come on. Get with me now. Shit. Islam.
There's no money for us to use, so anybody demanding that you pay can't demand that you pay in a specific way, according to Public Law 73.
That's referee shit.
Back in 1950 something, maybe I got the date wrong, when they produced the silver certificates.
Yeah, I got silver certificates.
They took that gold and
they bigger than a regular dollar too. Yeah.
Currency in exchange for that. You ever seen a
I love this shit.
I don't think
I love learning.
Looks like a dollar bill. And it says silver certificate.
Damn right it
says. What
says.
you call the greenback, the one that got what's her name in all that trouble, and he tried to put it into. He tried it, and basically killed him.
Abraham
Let
Lincoln
me ask you this.
and JFK.
There's an offer on the table from the district attorney.
Ooh, offer.
In full satisfaction of all this, he's willing to take away most of this. Is that something that you're interested in?
Oh, no.
No, sir.
No,
No,
I mean,
never.
all of it has to go according. It's legally, yeah.
There's an offer that's
Yeah, it has to go. What are you talking about? Are you crazy?
take care of all these things.
Are they crazy?
But that's you have a right to a trial.
Yeah.
Did you know
Yeah, I know that, and I was gonna ask that because I know that these courts, usually traffic courts, are not, let me say, like court of record. So, in order for any of this to really have any type of weight, is, not to damage your integrity or anything like that. But if I can state this stuff in the court of record, I know it would carry so much more weight. So I actually would prefer.
Because I can move it to federal court. Yeah.
I mean, unless you're willing to dismiss it right now for what I've told you so far. But if you're not, then yeah, I'll go to trial before I take a plea or.
Yes, but the problem is, first of all, you have the right not to take this plea.
Now listen, I apologize for interrupting. Okay. One thing I have learned, I've been to court over 5, at least 7 times. Okay. I have never ran into a judge that went against this over office. Never. They always uphold it. It's always the DA. It's always them dirty ass DAs. Now, when I was young in this shit, bruh, I went up in the court and I learned. Man, listen, Allah is the greatest of all time. Whoever you pray to, bruh, I don't even care. You know what I mean? Whoever you pray to, Allah is the greatest. Okay? That one time I went up in that junk, I ain't even gonna share it with you. Yeah, I'm gonna share it with you. I went up in there with my feds on. Okay? And boy, I was so cocky. And I was just ready to go. Cause I like to watch the Queen Valerie video, Color of Law. And that pumps me up. It's like motivation music, you know what I'm saying? You know how you use music to go to the weight room, get you hyped, you know what I'm saying? You sitting there bench pressing 300 pounds like it ain't shit. I ain't never benched no 300, so I ain't in front. But I went up in there, and boy, it was just me. I had my feds on. The DA, me and him was nose to nose. Caucasian, pale skin. He was nose to nose with me. I mean, we were damn near touching nose. He said, "What you doing in here? You don't supposed to be in here." And in the back of my head, I'm still standing on my screens, I'm trying to digest what the fuck he just said. I don't supposed to be in here, and I'm trying to figure out why in the hell he telling me I don't supposed to be in here, right? And 2 policy pushers stood up, you know what I'm saying? I said, if y'all don't sit y'all ass back down, I promise you I'm gonna sue the shit out of you. And they sat down. They, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, you don't supposed to be in here. And I mean, we nose to nose. I'm like, what are you talking about? I do supposed to be in here. Blah, blah, blah. And Allah was just teaching me, right? Allah was just teaching me, like, look, son, you got a lot of learning to do. Cause that shit is set up. I'm telling you, it's really set up where we don't supposed to be in there. Okay? We don't supposed to wake up our brothers and sisters when we come in there with our feds and shit on. And listen why I tell you this, okay? I went to the judge chambers and he told me, you don't supposed to be in here. And this is when I learned you gotta go file your paperwork the day before you go to court. Because if you don't, you go the day of, they gonna screw your ass. All right? So I go and I said, I went to the clerk first. She said, well, court already started. So I had to go up there and file the case when they call file the paperwork when I come. File the paperwork when they call my name. So when the DA was all in my face like that, I said, I'm here to file my paperwork. He was like, you're not going to file anything in your case. I said, yes, I am. This is my case, right? So he went around, and I go to the judge's chambers, right? So I see the judge before he come out of his chambers. I'm like, hey, I can't remember the judge's name, but I'm like, look, I need to file my affidavits into this case. He said, Mr. L, I will let you file anything in your case once court start, right? Boy. So I go back around there, I'm like, okay, I got this shit in the bag, right? When the judge came out and the CEO started, talking about all rise and all that shit, real more, we don't rise, we already know what time it is. So anyway, so when it was time for me to, file my paperwork in the case, the DA runs to the judge and tells the judge, oh, that is not him. Right? He called me by my given name. And I'm sitting there, what are you talking about? I'm Sakima L, right? Look, so Allah said, hey man, you better turn around and walk out. So he said, hollering to the judge, that is not him. Right? He called me by my government name, right? I mean, my given name. Because my government name is Kim L, right? Because I done corrected my status, got my driver's license, all that shit, social security card, all that shit in my shit, right? So I said, you better turn your ass back around, walk out the door. So I walked out the door, all right? I walked out the door, and I get in the car, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just puzzled as all get out. Like, Allah, what the hell just happened? And Allah like, look, you got a lot of learning to do, because the whole point is the shit is set up where Moors, we don't supposed to go in there, but we have to go in there because we don't know no other remedy not to go in there, right? They say your paperwork, goes ahead of you, and I didn't have my paperwork filed in there. So I was like, boy, go get that public defender they had gave you years ago, because he ain't going to tax you like that on my child support shit. So I went and got my man, I paid him $125 for him to come up there and strike the failure to appear, right? So I had my daughter's mama go in there, pay the $125, right? And I go back in there a week later and file my paperwork, right? In there. He got me a new court date and all this shit. So it was a whole different DA this time. So when I go back in there, now I don't file my paperwork. This is why you got to file your paperwork before you go in there, all right? So when I went in there, he called me up. Now, he didn't call me my given name. He called Mr. Ed. So I go to him. He showed me my affidavit that I typed up myself. No, nothing off no RB Bay publication and shit. My own shit. Look, I ain't bragging. I'm just sharing this testimony. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you have Moors that talk this junk like they the bomb and like they the only one out of a million Moors that done went to court or something. But anyway, he tells me, he said, hey man, you typed this up? I said, yes sir, I did. He said, oh man, you did a great job. Guess what? Case dismissed. Boom. Bam. You see what I'm saying? But I was listening to Allah. You feel me? I wasn't sitting there arguing with that damn other DA. The one who was saying I ain't supposed to be in here, that had me puzzled like hell because I realized I ain't supposed to be in there. But I also learned that you got to file your paperwork ahead of time. You feel me? Can't go the day of. It don't work like that. You got to go the day before or a week before or whatever. But that's my testimony because I was listening to Allah. Now, a lot of us, we don't listen to that intuition, and we would have sat there and argued and got kidnapped. You just have to learn the rules to the game. But anyway, I just want to share that beautiful moment, how Allah, shared this knowledge and gave me the understanding, understanding what's really going on. Now, let's get back to this judge.
Have that right.
trial, and you have a right to either use yourself or pay for an attorney of your own. You do have that right. Everyone is presumed innocent until guilty in my court. Everyone that comes in here, whether it's criminal or even everything down to a V&T, everyone is innocent because the person that gave you these tickets doesn't necessarily mean that they were right.
I wish I knew who gave me those.
Oh, now see, this is what I wanted you to hear, right here. Okay, he just said the person who gave you them tickets doesn't mean they were necessarily right for that. Right now, boom. We can go back to the rise of the Moors situation. Does it mean what he just said that them policy pushers, troopers that gave Jamal and the rise of the Moors them citations, right? Excuse me. Do that make them right? Did you hear what he just said, right? You heard what you heard what the European said, right? You heard what the judge said. They took an oath, office, an oath to the Constitution, right? Did you hear him? Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna replay that.
Everyone that comes in here, whether it's criminal or even everything down to a V&T, everyone is innocent because the person that gave you these tickets doesn't necessarily mean that they were right.
I wish I knew who gave me those tickets.
Now you heard what he said. The person who gave you these tickets doesn't necessarily make them right. Did you get what he just said? Because the whole point is, when these policy pushers run into Moors and people who know the rules that basically are referees, right? Because they done studied and they take this shit seriously, right? And they know their history and they know thyself. And they walking in their higher self, just like Clifford right here doing, right? You have to respect them. And like he said in the first of the video, he got a ticket for doing a 48 and a 45, and Clifford's like, yeah, I was going really fast, right? They were just laughing about the shit because the shit is stupid, right? And everything he was saying, he rebutted the judge, but he was intelligent when he rebutted everything that he said. He wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Belligerent, loud, all that. Oh, you gotta do this, that. See, he didn't do all that. He was calm and smooth, laughing. And he had his case law. He had everything ready. He was prepared. That's the whole thing about it. G.I. Joe. You got to be prepared. How they saying, half the battle or something? How it go? But you know what I'm saying. So I just want to end the video on that. We don't even have to hear no more. He got all the charges dismissed. But you heard what the judge said. Okay, trustee, the administrator of your subjugate trust. Yeah, it's all trust law. And see, when you come into the more science, they trust you to be in your higher self and respect them and their job because you don't supposed to go out here and do a lot of things that a lot of Moors do to get themselves kidnapped. You supposed to be in honor. And like I said, these egos are the ones that get these brothers and sisters kidnapped. You feel me? And some get out the next day. Some get out in a couple weeks. Some get out in a couple months. It's just all how you carry yourself. And it's all about that test that Allah is taking you through. Because all tests is going to harm you and make you better. Just like he was saying about, well, Sharon got kidnapped and da-da-da. But Sharon, she's a totally different beast since she got kidnapped. You can see the light in her. Like, she's really shining. Like, with light, I don't know nothing about her. You said she got kidnapped. I mean, I'm subscribed to her channel, but I don't really get to see her face like that. But when Sharon got out, you can see she had that light. Like, she got that light. Like, it's beautiful how Allah do shit, man. And you get mad, you be in your feelings, and you don't understand then. Then as time go along, you understand why Allah did what he did. But anyway, this just a breakdown, man. I had to do this video to show y'all that study. You got to study, man. You got to study. No disrespect to Rami, and GS. No disrespect. I mean, it's all love. I'm just showing you like facts, and you like, you do your own YouTube and show the facts. Well, here, I'm giving you the facts right here. Here go the facts right here, buddy. You feel me? All done in love. Because I got 5 principles. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And everybody gets their judgment. Everybody get their karma. Good or bad. All I'm telling you, new Moors and old Moors, hey, keep studying. Show yourself, self-improve. Allah got you. Or Jesus got you. Whoever you pray to, man. Your ancestors got you. I'm not here to start no confusion. I'm just here with the facts. And I gave you the facts. I gave you the law dictionary. Showed you that it ain't no such damn thing as no sovereign citizen. And they didn't win no damn war either. If they sitting there hiding the fact that Prophet Noble Drew Ali got the damn title to the land, the loaded title. Right? There you go. Sovereign. You see sovereign citizen anywhere between there? Nope. There you go. Boom there. Law dictionary. Boom. Sovereign. You see sovereign citizen in there? So you can't make laws that ain't in the Black Law Dictionary. So that means you making shit up. So that's conspiracy. That's trumped up charges. You feel me? I'm telling you this by experience. Cause I got charged with sovereign citizen bullshit in South Carolina. It got dismissed. And Allah was the truth. Because I know my shit. I know enough to keep my ass out of trouble. You feel me? I told you, I've been to court 7 times. And I ain't in competition with nobody that's hollering, oh, I got cases dismissed. Well, I got cases dismissed by using the Constitution. Doing exactly what the prophet told me to do. That you holler that I don't supposed to do. You and your limo driver. And you know what I'm saying? I told you. Y'all sitting here acting like some Stephen A. Smith Moors and shit. Nah, bro. I ain't no bus. I didn't come this far for you to sit here and go against people for no reason and think that you upright when you going against Act 3 of the Constitution and bylaws. For real. Islam. Peace and love to all the Moors and all the new Moors and all the future Moors is going to wake up to the truth. If you like my content, hey, subscribe to the channel. I do my best to post when I can. Peace and love and light.